is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today is going to be an entirely different video than what I'm used to doing, so I apologize if the format's like all over the place, but that was just my buddy in his V8 swapped E30, and we're actually going down to Englishtown Raceway Park. If you're from the East Coast, you know what Raceway Park is. It's an iconic track. It was built in I think it was founded in like the 60s. Unfortunately, the drag strip had to close down like back in like 2017, 2018, something like that. But there's now a figure 8 on the drag strip. It should be fun. Again, he's got like a V8 swapped E30. He's gonna be the one driving today. I'm just kind of playing support, gonna be changing a lot of tires for him. And hopefully we get some good footage and put everything together. But let me know what you guys think about this kind of like vlog style content. I know obviously a lot of YouTubers do it, but it's very new to me considering most of what I do is just car reviews. Actually, speaking about reviews, if you've been subbed to my channel, you would recognize this red E30. I'll put the link up to the original review I did on it back when it still had like its stock engine and everything in it. But we should be doing like an updated video soon, hopefully, on it. But anyways, I need to put the camera down. I might take some shots of the car on the way there, but we'll see you guys there. We made it to the track, and basically all the drivers and people that are like gonna be participating in this weekend are setting up and everything. And we kind of have the worst, my friend must have got the worst tent off like Alibaba Express, because this thing, I mean, look at this, look at what we're working with here. But yeah, so like I said kind of before in the intro, this car was on the channel before, but it had 2 less cylinders, so
and a whole lot less horsepower.
yeah, so you want to just give us a quick rundown. Like, this isn't a full review, like we're kind of trying to film the whole day, so just give us like 30-second quick rundown.
M60 B40, driven V8, ZF5 speed, welded 373 diff, brand new axles, rebuilt the rear end, all guaranteed bushings, front spherical, with a tubular angle kit, IAC coilovers, SLR top hats, custom tube frame front end I built myself. Don't look at the welds, but they'll hold.
Yeah, we got some like Chinesium welds going on.
Let's see, chase base handbrake, all the brake lines on the car, I rebuilt every single one.
Oh yeah, that's one thing I really like. Like the interior is insane, because I mean, it's obviously he kind of built this for drifting events. You got the hydro right here, the new shifter. But yeah, really nice setup for now. And again, like, basically this is his first event driving. Obviously I'm not driving, it's not my car, but this is the first like time this car has been drifted. It's his first time he's like at an actual event. So we're gonna see if like we could hook up like the GoPro to the inside while driving, and then I'll just get some shots of the camera on the outside. But we'll see how it goes. It's gonna be a full day. So yeah, we're probably just gonna be jumping around, so this video is gonna be all over the place. So probably next time I see you guys, he's probably gonna be on the track with this thing. No. Have fun, man. All right, so now he was on the track for his first session here, and as you can see, he's in Group C, which is essentially the beginners class. And honestly, the game plan was for him to basically just do a regular kind of like little lap of the track. Again, this is his first time drifting. You can see he kind of got sideways there a little bit, but he just took this corner regularly. He's on the back track here, tried to throw it a little bit there, and then coming around this last turn, that is when disaster struck right there. You can see the car basically immediately like loses power, and we have no idea what happened. But my friend Tom, he basically knew right away, which you're about to hear in this audio clip here.
My throttle cable broke.
No fucking way.
Yeah, I don't know why.
His what?
Throttle cable broke.
Oh my god. Fuck. So yeah, you can hear by all of our reactions right there that we initially thought the thing snapped. So anyways, one of the kind of track workers kind of just hooked it back, and then he wound up actually being towed back to the pits. And that is where we started doing some redneck activities and just trying to find a way for it to work. You could see where it pops off like right there, or popped off like right there. And the only thing we really had was zip ties, which, you know, that is obviously not ideal, but we wound up making it work, putting like 3 different zip ties on it and on different locations just around it to try to hold it down. But as my friend Tom was messing with this piece over here, this connector piece that goes back to the main terminal, kind of connects to his battery, which he has mounted in the trunk, the fucking thing snapped right in his hands. So anyways, a 30-minute, like 40-minute trip to Advanced Auto down the road later, he wound up finding a universal piece for it, for the part that actually broke, and we just tried to make it work. This connector piece, it's not like it was built for the car specifically or anything, but it was just a universal piece. We actually had to kind of grind it down a bit. You can see him just fitting up some of the wires here, and yeah, it sucked. I mean, literally first lap of the day, first time he's ever been drifting, first time at my drift event. And yes, it wasn't a catastrophic failure. The engine that he has in it, the M60, it is solid. He has abused it for a little bit, but I mean, we were trying to do tests like in the morning, make sure everything was good. He actually wound up passing tech like his very first go around. But yeah, unfortunately, we just had to kind of make it work for the time being, and it was jerry rigging like this, that together just to try to make the damn thing like run properly. And we wound up doing a couple test runs after that. But in the meantime, enjoy this little montage I put together of these Class A drivers, because these guys are absolutely badass. right, so now I actually have Tom with me right now. We're going to be doing a voiceover of his second and third sessions. And this was your first lap, and you're kind of just trying to get a feel for it right now. And I'm actually an idiot too, because like halfway through my mic, I didn't even have my mic on, and then I turned it on right about here. And you were getting sideways a little bit.
Yeah.
But this end part, I cringe. I don't know if you remember this. Oh. Yeah, you just kind of like...
Yeah, guys, I mean, like, my first lap, I was just like, I'm going to do a sight lap and go slow and see how it goes. I'm still learning the car. Like, it makes way too much horsepower for its weight. But yeah, no, I just kind of like want to do a slow lap. I started getting sideways at the end of some, just kind of getting a feel for the car. Second lap, definitely was feeling a little bit better. I mean, I was definitely
that was good
rotating a lot because I had to get used to like the actual weight transfer of the car. Which you'll see like there's a slow progression as you watch like each clip where like I'm actually learning the weight transfer of the car. And you know how to drive.
That's what I was thinking about too, because you kind of just you went in at a bad angle on that last turn. But like you said with the slow progression, I wanted to specifically do this with this video because so many people you know, they watch drifting in movies or on the TV or whatever, and they don't actually try it out themselves, and it's completely different than just swinging your car in a parking lot.
Yeah, guys, like, I mean, like, before this event, I really only had experience with, like, driving in the snow, and kind of, like, parking lot stuff with my friends, you know?
Just hood rat activities.
Hood rat activities is the best way to put it. But no takeovers. Takeovers suck.
Yeah, no.
Only go to the track.
Yeah, bad no.
And then slowly but surely, like, I started, like, you'll see even, this is technically the second session, the third session, like, I was really asking a lot of people for pointers because I didn't know entry speed or anything, or, like, how to set up the car properly, or tire pressures. I kind of just went out on what I had, barely checked it. I put...
This one was a good lap.
Yeah,
right here.
I got the manji kind of down. You could tell that my line is just not the best. I was looking, like, even all these laps, I was kind of just looking for the apex and... steering towards
like
it.
Even right there with the last one, like you kind of took it at a bad angle, but you still held it together. You didn't really spin out or anything.
Yeah, that's the one thing though, where so my car has a full angle kit. I mentioned previously in the video, but with so much power in a light car and angle kit, you could save a lot and kind of drive around it. But you really can't make up for like having a good line and like knowing how to clutch kick and actual car control.
But yeah, you get that. You get that with experience. You're not gonna take a beginner who's never drifted before, and just I don't care if they're like the next reincarnation of Ken Block. Like that's just not gonna. Oh, and here your bumper goes.
Oh,
flying.
there you go.
Comedic point of the video. So yeah, I don't know. I guess you hit a bump or something before that, or kind of got it loose, and then next you know, just spun out and the bumper just decides to exit the chat real quick.
That bumper didn't end up going on till the end of the weekend anyway. I didn't give that bumper back till about 2 o'clock in the morning on Saturday night. So you can see here I kind of over rotated it right in the infield a little bit, but
it was a good thing the bumper already came off.
Yeah. It was also too for like more of like a road course style event. Like, I mean, Anthony, I know like you mentioned a lot of like driving in a parking lot, but on our first road course style event, you don't realize how much actual vehicle speed you have and like being able to control that on a much skinnier course. Because at the end of the day, it's not a parking lot.
Yeah, and this one right here, you kind of spin out and you're just like, all right, screw it. I'm just gonna restart, get to the next session. But yeah, now you kind of like restart here, sending it right off the bat, but. Oh, a little bit too much.
Yeah, so turn 1 was the one that I was really having an issue with, especially first session, or technically first session where I was driving the entire thing. Just because it's a blind uphill left that you kind of just got to huck it at like midway to top of third gear, and just let it eat around the outside. Again, like this is the first session where like, I didn't really know. It was kind of just guessing where it was. You can even tell like through the manji right there, like or where it is supposed to be the manji. I was kind of just letting the power down and letting her eat and see what would happen. Wow, going back and watching these, I thought I was doing way better than this.
Yeah, that's always what happens. Like, that's always what happens when like something's on camera. It humbles you real quick. That's how I feel like when I'm doing anything. But yeah, no, that first turn was kind of a bitch because you could see the grade from the video. Like you're going uphill. It's kind of blind. And,
that's one thing I like about you guys, like sitting in the grandstands too. is that you could get a little bit of a feel for how hilly it is, but once you go to actual like Englishtown in person and Raceway Park, you'll realize it's extremely hilly.
Yeah, this is their main. I know I mentioned their figure 8 on the drag strip in the beginning of the video. Obviously, we're not on a drag strip in this video. That's like their main kind of, I guess, drift track. But this is like the dedicated drift track.
Yeah,
like it's not like the FD events or anything like crazy like that.
There you go. Here's where I got a feel for turn one.
Yeah, no, that was a really good one, and I think you link it pretty well too.
Yeah,
no, slow down and then
after turn one, like you can even see like the entry to turn 2. It's kind of skinnier.
Oh no, this is when you.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, this is when you decided to go on a little road trip through the grass.
Yeah, guys, I spent most of these sessions more off road than on track, but the car held up though. Nothing broke.
Yeah.
So there are a few times I thought I destroyed my oil pan, but I drove it home. So
yeah, no trailer, nothing. I mean, you guys could see from the beginning of the video, and I gotta apologize too because I was tired as hell. So I didn't have the most exciting vlog voice, but I was tired as hell. We had a V6 Mustang support car. We didn't have a trailer. We didn't have a truck. We didn't have anything like some of these other guys who are actually like legit. But so yeah, he couldn't really completely destroy his car because he still had to take it home. And then this one, yeah, you just put in a little bit too much power.
Too much sauce on it, dude.
Yeah, too much sauce. And then this one I kind of started filming halfway through. Another little dirt party. And then I think you just reset after this.
Yeah.
But again, I mean, it was, for me, honestly, and I know, like, yes, this is going on YouTube. Trust me, I've seen my fair share of, like, stupid YouTube comments. But for a first timer, like, you killed it. And even at the, like, towards the end of this first session, I definitely saw a progression. And I'm no expert or anything. But what really got me exciting, and which you guys will see, like, later on in the video, just
even
stick
here,
around.
I like the Kamanji right there.
Yeah, that one was really good. But even, like, later on, in the third session, technically your second, because I mean we all know what happened in the first one.
Yeah.
But like your first run in the third session was 10 times better than I think any of these. Honestly, that was kind of a good first turn. You took it a little bit more conservatively, but it worked out. And then you kind of I noticed how you kind of slowed down for the second one a lot, and then
right here, I thought I destroyed my oil pan. So turn 2, which is where my car is right now, that's like the kind of like 2/3 of the way through turn 2. There's a dip in there, like just a pothole. It's about 1.5 feet deep. I thought I destroyed my trans and put a hole in my oil pan because all I heard was boom as soon as I hit it.
And you even see the car reacts, like how aggressive it kind of jolts down.
All right, so Tom, how does it feel to do a full session without it blowing up?
My car now has a lot of weird noises. I thought I fucking sent my oil pan to meet Jesus today, but honestly it's been pretty good. The car rips, the car feels good. The shifter's weirdly loose, but I'll figure that one out later. Yeah, no, honestly, like, first session down, like full session, like pretty good. I gotta scream, cause like, the track's right here.
We're right next to the track. And right now the A group's on, so you can see like, they're just going full tandem. It's insane. They got the drone like following them and everything. These guys are nuts. So yeah, first time drifting, first drift event. This is my first drift event. Obviously I'm not doing anything, I'm just sitting here filming. I know like on the first couple laps, like you were obviously hesitant for good reason, but I can't even talk, dude, I know. But
drifting is the dumbest sport, but it's the most fun fucking hobby you could ever have in your life.
I mean, I'm not a mind reader, but just from like looking at you on the stands and just seeing how you were reacting, how like you were sending the car, I just feel like you were so much more confident even at the end of that first session there.
Oh, hell yeah, dude, hell yeah. I mean, like, it's also more trust in the car too, because like, guys, I finished that car Thursday night. It's currently Saturday afternoon. And I only had 2 shakedown drives. The first one was to go get my tires mounted Thursday night, and the second one was to drive here. It's my first ever event, like actually drifting, so I'm a little more confident in myself. Super fun though. super sick.
Yeah, it was a blast watching you, because I know you wanted to do this with this car for like the longest time. And
I've been talking about it for a minute, and I finally get to do it.
But we're going kind of back towards the backtrack where disaster happened before. But
we don't talk about backtrack, all right?
But in a little bit, he's actually going to go out for the third session for the C class. He's in the C class, which is basically like the beginners. Then you have like the B class, and then the A class, which is these lunatics. I'm probably going to cut out like midway through his like last session, but I'll find a way to like edit and splice everything together. Oh my god, this is insane. I'll find a way to like kind of edit everything together so this video kind of makes somewhat more sense. But yeah, good luck on the last session. Oh, also,
yeah, and tomorrow.
Yeah, and tomorrow. You're staying tomorrow. I'm not gonna be here tomorrow. But also, so you're gonna like lower the PSI on the front wheels, get a little bit more grip.
More grip in the front, and then raise the rear.
Raise the rear, and then tighten the coilovers in the rear as well.
Yeah.
And that's essentially gonna like let the rear slide out a little bit easier, and also have more grip in the front, so it's easier for him to control. But yeah, another thing too, like if you're into cars, like whether you're into drag racing, drifting, or just go to car shows for fun, highly suggest going to a live like drift event. Again, this is both of our first times, and it's freaking insane. It is so goddamn cool. And to see these guys who do it with like such skill make it look so damn easy, it is so sick to see in person. All right, and now this is your third set. Again, technically like your second. And again, I know I said this before in the video, but just check this out, guys. This is his first run, second actual section being on the track, first day ever drifting. And again, I'm no expert. I'm not like a drift like critic or anything. But to me, it looks like every single turn in this, yes, it wasn't crazy, it wasn't the best, but like you linked everything together.
The line wasn't the best. You can see here where I mentioned before, like between second and third session, I really started getting tips from a lot of people and like how fast to hit turn 1 into turn 2, because that kind of sets you up for the rest of the run itself.
Yeah, and also you did that adjustment, which we talk about in the video.
And also, it's more or less just kind of talking to homies, getting some more confidence, and like learning where to send it. English Town is very much a course where there's a lot of runoff, especially if you're in C group and just learning, because they don't let you do the wall, which is the turn after this.
Yeah.
Where you kind of let her eat and send her a little wide to fill up all the outer zones, and you're not going to do as much damage to your car.
Yeah. Worst case scenario, you just go across the grass.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
But I actually, funny story about this third session, and I know I mentioned it previously in the video,
There
but
you go.
yeah, that was good right there. And I think this last turn on this run was good as well.
I could have fit a lot more further into the outer zone, and you kind of see there I had a lot of tire smoke because I was pissed off, but there you go. Turn 1 entered hard, right to the midway through. Turn 1, if you set up wider for turn 2, but before the transition, it actually puts you in a really good spot for turn 2.
Yeah, no, you did good on this run too. But before we get to the last run, so funny thing, again, I had to cut out like halfway through his third session, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna film his first 5 runs. And a little spoiler alert, but something interesting kind of happened on the 5th run and the final one I was filming.
Oh, is this? Oh my God! It's me taking flight.
Yeah, we'll take a look. We'll take a look right here. So first turn looks fairly okay. All right, okay, and then second turn, that's when things start to get a little bit interesting. And again, it's that bump you're mentioning.
Oh yeah.
So you
guys, I am out of wheel now. If anybody has any 4x100, 17 by 8.5 to 9 wheels, let me know. I cracked an Apex wheel. It was fixed, but it's not ever going to be the same.
Yeah, so you just kind of limp it back to the pits, and you pop the tire.
I did pop tire
in the rear passenger side.
I didn't pop tire. I debeated the tire, and like it came off the wheel 100%.
All right, so yeah, basically the rear passenger tire was screwed. And then I thought was there a problem with the rear like driver's side suspension or no? Because your car was sitting super low.
So yeah, so between every session I'd go out, I would raise my car like an inch, and I would come back, and it would be an inch lower. But then we would jack it up and check the rear end, and so the rear end was this like everything we adjusted was still the same height the entire time. So we tracked it down to either we think it's a spring perch itself or it's the struts going bad. So I have two new struts in order, and they're coming in.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. You got replacement struts because it looked like a strut blip.
Yeah,
but obviously it wasn't terrible because you wound up finishing the second day, and from some of the videos you sent me, you kicked ass the second day. And that's another thing. If you guys are interested in drifting or like want to get in drifting or build a drift car, you have to understand, like, you are going to put your car through a crap ton of abuse. And you have to be ready to, with spare parts, spare tire, like, you have to be ready to be wrenching on your car.
You have to be ready to have the money to, like, you have to be able to get, like, going to the track, you have to be willing to crash your car and paying to get it fixed, or like have some way to get it home and feel okay with losing that.
It's even like that for drag racing too.
It's the same
like
thing.
Honestly, It was cool to see the difference between like the C class, the B class, and the A class.
Yeah.
Because the C class was like nicer cars. Like again, Tom's car, it's like it's a street legal car. It's perfectly like it's okay. You know, it's nice. And then the B ones, they get a little bit more dents and scrapes in them and stuff. And then the A class cars are just destroyed. Like
they're definitely a lot more weathered. Like a lot more weathered.
They're just destroyed. I mean, everything mechanically is pretty solid because these guys are either pros or semi-pros or sponsored, whatever, or just really crazy like amateurs that just do this all the time. So everything mechanically is solid on and tight on those cars, but the bodies are just beat to hell. It's nuts to see. But anyways, again, give him a follow on his car page if you want to follow like along with the V8 E30 build. He's posting a lot more content now. Kind of want to build that Instagram page, and we should have it on the channel soon. I know he's got this one, and he's got another E30 as well.
Review coming soon. Review's coming soon.
But I'll leave his car Insta down in the description below, as well as like the SoundCloud link to the music like used in the little montage I did before. But if you made it this far in this video, definitely be sure to like leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. It's a smaller car channel on YouTube. It helps me out so much, and I really, really do appreciate it. I hope you all have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Go outside and touch grass, guys.
No.